Hey everyone, it's Raden, and today I have something really special for you guys. So, at the time of recording this, we are exactly 2 weeks away from Worlds. And in order to make sure that we have a good understanding of what's going on in especially the VGC community, since that seems to be rising the most, especially since like 2013, 2014, I've brought in 3 experts from the Pokemon VGC community to help me out. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and give us some of your VGC accomplishments? I don't care who goes first.
Who?
I don't care who goes first.
Accomplishments, man, because I have none. But
it's okay.
I'm probably the most casual player here who's open to anything, really.
I've like top cutted like 2 PCs and then mid-season Showdown, so that's cool.
I have a few satisfying victories, but nothing important, like beating Jamie Boy.
Alright. But
He's doing great.
all the people who I've brought in, we've all been playing VGC reasonably active since the rules were announced. And I've got some other responses from someone who couldn't make it, and I'll just be reading some of his responses here and there. In case you guys are wondering, his qualifications, his big one was top 8 St. Louis regionals in 2016 and top 4 at a mid-season Showdown this year, and last year he got top 25 at US Nationals. So
Wait, who's that?
that was Delta.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Alright, so just to kick things off, what would you guys say your favorite strategy in VGC16 has been this year? Or team, rather. Team or strategy. Which room?
Sharon.
Sharon. Oh,
You know, the little...
yes.
thing.
Alright.
That thing.
Would you care to elaborate on that, Elegi?
Okay, well with Sharon, you get like a free choice band and a free, basically a free helping hand and also a free friend guard boost to your, well not friend guard, it's like an assault vest to your Groudon.
I thought it was just like free choice band for assault vest.
No, it also gives you assault vest, which is really nice for switching into like Salamence and and also Xerneas, which makes it really complement. I'm trying to think of the mons I used. Oh yeah, they complement Developable nicely, I think. So just it's really nice, and it also lets you live some Earth powers from other Groudons, and then you do like tons of damage to other things, especially if you give the Charm Helping Hand. I don't know, it's pretty bad actually, because it's costing a Pokemon slot, but then again, so does Snoogle.
So yeah, anytime you want to throw that argument out, that this is it's just a pure support Pokemon, just think Smeargle. You know.
Yeah.
Just think that for a
It gets
second.
Best Nut, but I've never clicked it, like ever.
It's just backup in case you get taunted.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Zern and Frosted, what would your guys' favorite strategies this year have been, or teams?
Probably the Groudon Bronzong core with dual primal.
Primal.
Good call. I hate playing that so much because I play Big Six a lot.
Yeah.
G was one of the first people to use it, and since I'm a Patreon, I've been using it since before it was popular, and hella strong.
It is hella strong.
Yeah, I've been working with a dual primal team of my own. So it's kind of a twist, because I used Gothitelle instead of Bronzong, but...
Gothitelle is amazing. Just throwing that out.
Alright, so...
As far as me, like, I have experimented with so many things, like, ranging from Zygarde, which you all probably have heard of, to Reshiram, to... Probably one of my favorites is probably when I used Regigigas. That was fun.
And how exactly did those unusual and typically bad legendaries like Regigigas and Zygarde work?
Well, the thing with Zygarde is that Zygarde is the definition of casual. It is not a great Pokemon, I'm going to be totally honest there. The best thing that it has is glare, which I guess Superior kind of does better, and that's not restricted. But like, Regigigas doesn't cost a restricted slot, and it's actually a fantastic support Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as Cresselia without Trick Room, the normal type, and Weird Guard. That's what I like to think of it as.
Okay.
Is basically that.
Alright.
It's a real treat to use, actually. It never dies, it's so reliable.
Yeah. Indeed.
I love it.
Alright. So... Alright, so... How will World competitors this year need to prepare differently from previous formats? In particular, kind of the three that I'm... kind of the big two that I'm looking at, especially 2010 when these restricted Pokemon were last allowed, in 2015, which was, I think, one of the largest years of competition.
Well, I think they have to be ready for Big Six to, just be super popular, because people are gonna go with their safe options to win. I also expect Dual Primal to be popular, and especially Bronzong. So if you don't have outings against, especially Bronzong.
Mind if I interject there?
Go for it.
I think one of the things that changed from 15 to 16 is the things that are big in 16 have already kind of been discovered, unless something ludicrous comes along during Worlds. People already know what they're going to be preparing for with Big Six and Dual Primal, and maybe a Dark Team or a Gravity Team or something, but like the big things have already come out, like Big Six, Dual Primal, maybe Rayogre. Those are the things that people are going to be preparing for now, whereas in 15 I'm pretty sure wasn't like Chalk kind of new around Worlds, wasn't it? Or was it?
Yeah, Chalk was... I feel like Chalk was pretty new.
People didn't really have the time to... the Pokemon on Chalk were common, but they weren't preparing for everything in that same exact team at the time.
Yeah.
Now they're going to have all the time in the world to prepare for what's popular and common.
I think it was only just not super popular and dominant the whole season, but it had already been popular. Just it didn't have a name like Chalk.
It's been established, but I don't know. But I just feel like just the notoriety and the infamy that comes with Big Six and Dual Primal just makes them people already know what they are. They know how to prepare. They might even prepare ahead and throw some weird calculations in with max special defense Groudon or something that somebody might be running. I just feel like the difference is that there's going to be more preparation this time around, because the big things have already been discovered. They discovered that early, which is kind of what happens when everything's over-centralized around Groudon, Xerneas, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. And, them.
So...
I think... Oh, sorry.
It's fine. You can go ahead.
Okay, so I think the problem with this format, which is also what people are going to really need to prepare for Worlds, is the fact that every game is super matchup dependent, and super dependent on what you lead and basically how the first two turns go.
Yeah.
And also if you can sweep in the end with your Groudon or your Xerneas. I think people need to prepare prepare to face all matchups super well and have be able to win everything. Because I know when I was using Ray Xerneas, I wasn't prepared for Bronzong because I was just laddering and Showdown. I didn't feel like it was necessary, and I ended up being wrecked by every Bronzong possible. So if I were to go to Worlds, I would not bring that team because it just didn't have a good matchup against every single thing possible.
What about carrying Overheat on the Rayquaza? Would that not change it?
No, actually, most Bronzong now, if you look at Japanese Nats and such, they learn either Heatproof. Yeah, they learn Heatproof, or Akabo is also becoming popular.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
So are most Bronzong now Shuka Bronzong with Heatproof or something like that?
I have no idea what people are running.
Maybe I'll take a look. I'll take a look at that and just
you gotta be careful with that now. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever runs Bronzong, to be honest, it's a bad moment.
To be fair, Bronzong can chunk Xerneas decently, I guess.
Yeah.
It's immune to one of Groudon's stabs or It's resistant to the very least, no matter
Yeah.
what you do with it.
Unless you go with like heavy metal Bronzong.
No, we don't talk about that.
No, it's super good. Does it get heavy slam? In that case, like, it's really
No,
good.
wait, it gets
Sure.
light metal. It gets light metal. I'm
Oh,
pretty
does
sure
it
it's
get
light.
light?
It's like, why?
Wait, wait.
Yeah,
Or
I know
again,
it's one of the two metal
preparation,
abilities.
The low kick Kangaskhan.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
on to the next question. So,
Alright.
let's try and think of what would be our most likely top 8. Do we see something similar to like 2013, 2014, where it's kind of just a hodgepodge of things, like with Seijun and Magmar in 2013? Or is it going to be more like 2015, where it's essentially chalk teams?
I see all big 6 with like maybe 1 or 2 dual primals and then 1 Raden. That's what I see. Not really good, Raden.
That's reasonable. So
That's all I see.
So
I'm
big
thinking.
big 6, and then like 1 Ray something team. That kind of takes.
Ray
people by
Raden. It's gotta be Ray Raden.
Can you explain why it wouldn't be Ray Ogre?
Because Ray Ogre is terrible.
Ryoga's kind of fallen out of grace lately.
Mm.
I'm not
I
entirely
don't
sure
even know
why it
why.
has, but it has.
I don't even know why people use Ray Ogre like to start with because it's just like
They did it because they were afraid of Groudon, that's why.
Yeah, I mean I
they're on
can
the same
understand
kind of
how it
pressure.
started, and it certainly looked like a pretty good team back then. But like, I haven't really been following VGC too much the last few months, so how is Raden better than Ray Ogre?
Literally just kill things. Like, cause Groudon like can just demolish things. We already know that it can demolish them in any weather at any time, under any speed really. And then
Rayquaza's the same
big part.
thing.
Yeah, and Rayquaza is the same thing minus the speed because it needs the speed advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
So just put them together, and also because like Ray's biggest counters are Xerneas, and I guess Salamence, which beats the 2 of them.
Yeah,
But,
Salamence
yeah.
is kind of a problem.
Yeah, Salamence is a problem to that team, but like Xerneas, because you have Groudon.
Any well-thought Raidon team will just carry counters in its non-restricted Pokemon to the things that would beat it. So Salamence is a problem, carry your own Salamence, or carry Bronzong or something, or Ferrothorn.
Cresselia is still better than Bronzong. Does Bronzong get Ice
This is
moves?
true.
No.
Actually,
Bronzong
I do
is just
think
the first thing
Bronzong
in
gets
mind.
Ice Beam. Bronzong has
So
a
there's
ridiculous move pool.
It gets Hidden Power Ice.
No, I'm fairly certain it gets Ice Beam.
I don't think so.
I,
Are you sure?
I am looking right now on Bulbapedia, and crap, you're right.
Oh, dang, you got me excited for a second. I was like, oh my god, Bronzong's amazing.
Yeah,
Alas.
yeah, Bronzong
There
is
is one
kind of
edge to
weird.
Bronzong, but most people don't like this edge, is that Bronzong gets Hypnosis.
Yay.
Beautiful. I don't like that.
But to be honest, when it comes to using Hypnosis, I'd rather use, like, I don't know, something else.
So,
I didn't know that Crobat got Hypnosis until I got hit with it the other day. I didn't even realize that. I completely forgot because it's not one of the top moves that it uses. Or, it is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? It is one of the top moves, but it's not common. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Like, I just kind of forgot about it.
Do you have any thoughts on the matter, Zern?
No, I can't really speak because I run Hypnosis all the time.
Tell us about that.
So, Delta, when he sent me his responses, he actually said something very different. He said that he thinks it'll mostly be Rayquaza variants, such as Xerneas Ray, the aforementioned Rayogre Raydon.
I don't think Xerneas Ray is going to do so well, and I don't think
I haven't
Rayoga's
really
gonna
seen a
do
lot
so
of
well.
Xerneas Rays. Is there any benefits to a Zern Ray team?
Yeah, basically.
It's a big part of the core, I guess.
Yeah, well, Xerneas goes super fast and kills other dragons, and then Rayquaza, obviously kills everything in its path. So, And then, like, if you have a steel, it's no biggie, because Rayquaza can just overheat it, or can Dragon Ascent it even, like, because Forever Thorn still takes a butt ton.
Yeah.
The only problem is, like, overheat's more reliable there. I don't think Dragon Ascent will kill it, and you'll take tons of recoil from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Although I like Waterfall Ray on the rare teams, just to kill the Groudons, because Groudon's kind of an issue. Although I think
Groudon's always an issue. When has Groudon not been an issue this year?
I think you can probably with Dragon Ascent.
Never. Well, there is one Pokemon I'd like to actually talk about.
Alright, so that's kind of leading into the next question, so I guess may as well move on to it. So, are there particular strategies or teams or Pokemon that you think could easily be surprising underdogs, such as last year in the seniors division with Assault Vest Lando making it to the finals on both teams, and the classic example of Hachidos in 2014? So I guess you have something on that matter, Frosted?
Yeah, there's one Pokemon we haven't talked about yet that I really, really want to talk about, and that is Yveltal. And I know Yveltal has a horrible, horrible matchup against Xerneas.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the matchup that it has against the Primals and Mega Rayquaza is just so good. That I don't know. I don't think it'll win, but I think it might appear in Top Cut somewhere. Surely.
That's certainly reasonable.
I don't know, like, I don't really think it does too well against the Primals, unless it has a speed advantage.
It will have a speed advantage.
Not necessarily, they'd have to be EV the same. I mean, that is Yveltal's biggest downside, is it just doesn't have, I mean, Geomancy is just like, how can you pass up 6 stat boosts in one turn?
I feel like that means Oh, sorry.
It's just, I don't know, just Snarl and Foul Play doing so much to the Primals and cutting them either apart or ruining their offensive potential just feels so great to me that it can do all that.
Yeah,
and you see that, and the thing is with Yveltal is that the other advantage is it's so unpredictable. You could be running Weakness Pulse, you could be running Assault Vest, you could be running Life Orb, you could be running Black Glasses, Lumberry, Mental, anything.
Yeah. Who was it on Amino? I forget who it was. I think it was either you, Elegi, or Kyle. I feel like one of you created just a super bulky Yveltal.
I think that was 54.
Yeah, that was 54, now that you mention it. It was just like able to completely tank any of Xerneas' fairy type moves, even with a Geomancy boost.
The only thing it could not eat was a Moonblast.
The problem with that, though, is that, like, that's great, you just think there's any Dazzling Rain, now what are you gonna do to it?
Snarl.
Like, yeah, if you can't really touch Xerneas, though, like, without, like, Sucker Punch,
Alright.
and maybe, like, Foul Play, I guess.
Yeah.
So, do you guys
Another thing that I was thinking about...
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say, Raden?
Go ahead.
The other thing that I was gonna say is... I have not seen Gravity in forever, so what are you guys thinking on that?
I think Gravity is still super popular.
I have not seen it in
At least on Showdown. At least on Showdown in recent history. I've been running it Gravity quite a bit. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I just said I hardly play and I still see it like everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, the last international challenge I did like 25 battles and I saw it once, and then I've been playing on Showdown a ton lately and I haven't seen it at all, and I've been playing like 15 matches in 2 days or so. That's not much, but I mean, the complete lack of it is kind of...
Interesting.
Maybe it's just that I haven't seen it, maybe I'm just unlucky or something, but I don't know.
I think we'll definitely see it later.
And also, people are saying that Here and White is going...
Oh.
I'll add him back in.
No. About Kill White, I don't think Kill White's gonna do so hot because it just has bad matchups against pretty much like everything.
Yeah, White Kyurem is... I mean, I like White Kyurem a lot. I think that there's certainly room for being cautious around it, but... I mean, it's just so inferior. You really think...
It does a lot of damage. Like, that's about it, though.
Yeah.
White Kyurems matter. Okay?
Oh gosh.
Exactly.
Okay, so one Pokemon that Delta made me completely remember not only was a thing, but also exists as a Pokemon is Golduck. Any viability?
Oh,
yeah.
Golduck's not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, Golduck's nice as the thought of, it's exactly like Rayquaza, except it's not restricted. Okay, maybe that's going a bit too far. But just...
That's too far.
Yeah, that is.
I don't think Golduck can OHKO things with Dragon Set.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't think not Rayquaza. I don't think Golduck can OHKO things.
Yep. So, Zern, do you have any Pokemon you think could take worlds by storm?
I did have something in mind that was alright, but I've totally forgotten now.
I got one.
Maybe we'll come back to that later.
I got one.
Alright, so particular players that competitors and viewers should keep an eye out for this year.
Dog for dinner. I know an Australian isn't winning worlds, so like that's his biggest drawback is that he's Australian. But I think Dog for dinner is gonna go pretty far.
Who did you say again?
Dog for dinner. Also dog. I don't know what he shows his name to. But he's placed pretty well. I guess not him because other people have been using his top ID. But he's also really good in like doubles OU, so he's good in like doubles games. And like, didn't he like win Nats or something? Like come top 3 or top 4?
I think that's not right. I'll check and put it on.
To be fair, in Australia, that's not an accomplishment.
it's something, but it's not like.
No, I'm kidding.
It's not like I won the Massachusetts regionals or something like that.
No, it's pretty good top to cut. Australia regionals. I think he went like 8-0 or something. Like, he did pretty good.
Yeah, that.
Boom guy. Looking pretty hot too.
Yeah.
And I want to say some West Coast boys, although I don't think West Coast America is going to win worlds this year.
No. All right. Zern, anyone? You don't really have...
Joseph Richardson's been doing pretty good over here in the UK.
All right. What are some of his accomplishments and just kind of...
I think he won 3 of the 5 regionals in the UK, and it's only his first year in Masters.
That is a pretty good senior breakout. If he was a senior last year, that is.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, speaking of Europe, actually, since I forgot Europe existed, I think Italy might be. I think Italy might do pretty well this year. With players like Europe and Santi, who have been, doing really well in all their events, and also Arash Hamadi.
I was just about to say Arash. Arash, from what it looks like, because I follow him on Twitter, I mean, Arash is kind of a huge gamble. I don't mean this in a bad way, but I mean, 50% of the time, I see like he's just killing everything this year, and the other 50% of the time he's just getting destroyed. But I mean, I guess that's VGC16.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent actually since he started playing or becoming popular. So I don't know. He's actually the reason I started playing VGC is just because I watched him own in Worlds, and I was like, wow, I want to do that. So Rakamati's cool. He's like a 4th player. And he's gonna win Worlds again, trust me.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to see. I would like to see Arash win another Worlds. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but just saying that's how he's Italian, he's probably gonna get ghosted the whole way.
Yeah. And then we're gonna be like, oh, it's Arash again. Wait, what did we do? Sorry, no offense to you, Arash. Alright. So I guess now we're gonna transition from world stuff over to the future and like sun and moon stuff. So, as of right now, we recently got the August 1st trailer with Alolan Executor. Woot woot! And
Executor's getting once again.
And just all these, and we've gotten various new Pokemon. How do you guys think some of these Sun and Moon changes will make VGC different, even from like VGC14?
I think it's too early to tell, actually. So like I don't really have much of a comment on it.
All right.
Well, if Megas are going, VGC17 is going to be really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, I would like to see Megas go, personally. I mean, I like Megas, they're cool, but like, at the same time, I'm kind of ready for some change. You know what I'm saying?
Megas are just so overpowered.
Wait again.
We're hitting all the political references today. White Curums matter, make VGC great again.
White Curums matter.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't brought up the Harambe memes yet, so you're good.
Gosh. That's making me think back to Latin Nationals where we changed plenty of our cheers to Harambe, but that's beside the point. So,
Latin Nationals?
Latin Nationals. Yes, I'm a nerd. We can talk more about that after this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd just like to stay Latin? Mostly on topic.
Like Latin America?
No, like Latin, the language.
So like...
I'll explain later. We're getting too far off topic. So, so I assume that the current basis for what we think VGC17 is going to be Sun and Moon regional decks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, are there particular...
I'm not playing.
I mean, just based on what we've seen, are there particular Pokemon, especially new ones, that you guys think could do well?
Tapu Koko.
With the electric terrain ability, the built-in electric terrain.
Yep, it's because his name is two names. I think that's just awesome.
I know.
And also, it looks like it will. Sorry.
Couple ones that I think personally would do well. I think Roxish, just because of how popular Fake Out and Prankster moves are. I mean,
what's Rockfish?
Roxish?
Yeah.
It's
the
Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apawa. It's the fish that everyone hates because it looks so hideous.
It is not ugly.
I know! It's inspired by the reef triggerfish or the Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apawa, the state fish of Hawaii, so I am very happy. I've been begging for it since we saw the islands.
I just realized that the High School Musical song was written about that. It's amazing. I'm glad they did that.
But with its ability, Dazzling, it just being able to stop priority moves, in particular like Fake Out, Feint, I think those are going to be super helpful. I mean, it may not be a great Pokemon, but I mean, just having that ability is going to go far.
I don't know, to be honest, like, you can kind of tell if a Pokemon's going to be, like, strong or weak just based on how it looks. Like, I'm not going to lie, that's how it is. True. And it just looks so weak. Like, Tapu Koko looks amazing. But it, like Haka Waka Diki Waka Akawa'a just looks, like, so bad. It probably has a base speed of, like, 20, and then, like, the rest of its stats are below 70. But it has a high HP.
Gee, where have we heard that before? Can't remember.
Alomomola.
Sorry guys.
Alomomola. Yeah, that's what I'm reminded of when I see Aqua Kaniki Yuki Aqua.
So, and the other one that I think actually could be kind of a nice surprise factor is Salamit, the poison fire salamander lizard thing.
Yeah, that one looks fast.
I know. I mean, I think it's gonna be built similar to Zoroark, just like high offensives and speed, crud defense.
It's a good thing it can poison steel type, seeing as how it's a fire type.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to like whether or not it can use use poison type moves on steel and steel types. That would be nice.
When would you ever want to use that other than for like Heatran though?
Hey, don't judge me. Poison is my favorite status ailment.
Oh, mine is paralysis because you never move.
I know. I hate getting paralyzed and I hate using it.
Oh, I love using paralysis. It's like I click Thunderwave and I win the game.
Maybe that
It's
you should
amazing.
watch. I'll send you a video where you can easily laugh at how amazing all this paralysis is. I'll send you a video for that.
Dude, I'm such a lucky Pokemon player. Like people think I'm good. No, I'm so. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm such a lucky Pokemon player. Like people think I'm good, but no, I just get lucky.
Alright. So, for both of you, is there a change you would like to see happen in Sun and Moon to improve VGC that we have not seen already?
Well, I think Z moves should be like super strong, but outside of that, like I don't really care. I'll just play for it.
Okay.
As long as there's no megas.
I don't even mind if there's megas, as long as you know, like, a low-win executor gets a mega, where its mega is even longer than I'm.
Yes! I mean, it's already taller than Steelix, his log.
Oh, really?
Really, it's 34. Okay.
It's 34? Holy crap.
It's either 34 or 35 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's amazing.
It's like,
I love it.
I think it's like 8 times it, no, not 8, it's, I think like 5 or 6 times its regular height. And it just looks so jolly and I love it.
Yeah, it's one bad dragon though.
And it headbutts people as well, it's hilarious.
I know.
that
I mean,
was
just
hurt
like,
for it, you know, to break a couple
it
plates.
just like has to slam down to attack Pokemon. Alolan Executor new meta.
Dude, Timber.
Oh gosh. Which Timber? Timber the exclamation or Timber the Pokemon?
The exclamation.
Okay.
If you read Timber, shouting Timber.
Whoa, that's a bit too meta.
Yeah, man. Executors, a lower executors the new LC meta.
Oh dear. So, is there a change that you think that's already happened that you think will definitely hurt VGC?
Well, it will. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna make another lower executor joke.
No!
His neck is too long. It might confuse the screens. It might go off the screens, and then we won't even see the HP bar. And I think that's gonna hurt VGC very much. Because if you can't see the HP bar, you can't like make damage calculations or whatever.
Okay, so here's one that's a bit more serious. So I seem to remember like, gosh, it was E3, I think it was, when they showed like, now you get to see what moves are super effective against a Pokemon, but that's only if you've faced a Pokemon, right?
Oh yeah, all those stats and stuff.
I mean, I think definitely having the stat tracker thing is gonna be nice, because screw you, Smeargle! But
yeah, sometimes I forget that Smeargle's weak to fighting.
yeah. Speargle's kind of just weak to getting hit. It's like that person that says, I'm allergic to everything!
It's no Kyrigonal though.
Cryogonal actually has pretty good special effects. It's like base 105 or 125.
But it's KO'd by Kangaskhan's fake out 75% of the time.
That's because it has base 40 defense and like base 35 HP.
That's not as bad as Beedrill. Beedrill dies to fake out, I think, like 100% of the time.
They need to stop making defensive ice types.
No,
I mean, you just...
Ice type is like the least defensive type.
I mean, I like defensive ice types.
Like Avalon.
Yeah, Avalon.
That table.
Dude, Avalon is pretty hot, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's cool if it's ice, but you know.
Yeah. So, aside from my change of just showing what Pokemon are weak to what, just because I kind of feel like now all my years of memorizing the type chart and what Pokemon are weak to what, I kind of feel like that's gonna go to waste. But that just really me complaining. Do you guys think there are any changes so far that are gonna hurt VGC?
Nah, I don't.
Well, if the starter Pokemon leaks are true, a Water Fairy starter could be quite annoying.
Yeah, that's really fun, but I think that's more of an OU problem.
Yeah. I personally
It's
don't
gonna
believe the
be pretty
leaks. Because, I mean, if you really look at it, I'm pretty sure that the Litten final form just looks too stupid to be real.
I quite like it.
It looks a bit too human.
It looks like Furo Tigray from Ace Attorney. Yeah. And
It
no one
looks like
likes
someone
remembering
wearing a
that
furry
case
costume.
because it's a pain.
It's Felicify in disguise.
No, I'm gonna get it.
No. I don't need the Felicify controversy.
It's beautiful. It's gonna look by after a couple bites at the gym.
Oh gosh. Can't wait to do the transcription for this. Alright, so any closing thoughts related to VGC16 or VGC17/Sun Moon changes?
Smeagol's cancer.
Yeah, it's cancer, but it's a good kind of cancer.
It's beneficial cancer.
No joke, dude, no joke. I gave McKenna, or my little sister, I gave her grade 6 to play my APL match, which was VGC against Buzz Characteris. And like he's already played VGC like quite big, and this was her first game ever. And you know, she doesn't like she's never played Pokemon. Well, she's played Pokemon, but never competitively. And I gave her grade 6, and she led the Smeagol, I think, both games that she won. She ended up winning the set, and like. I think game 3, she just clicked Dark Void. Like, she didn't click any move other than Dark Void, and she won the game.
Alright.
It was so funny.
Alright, guys. I think that's it, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about. Alright. Well, I just wanted to thank you guys, and I know he's not here right now, but I thank Frosted in the beginning. Deserves some thanks. Links to all 3 of their profiles on Amino and Zern's YouTube channel will be down in the description.
Shameless shout out.
I just want to shout out Kyle real quick for actually like being on a date with 4 hot girls while
Yeah, we were gonna have one other person, but he decided that 4 hot girls were more important than Pokemon.
Yeah, honestly, I said this.
Audacity.
I'll say it again.
Yeah, I
if a
mean-
girl doesn't like Pokemon, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll do some more discussions like these in the future. Later.